What's up, everyone, and welcome on back to the channel. Apple sent me the first 5 episodes of the second season of Platonic, starring Seth Rogen and Rose Byrne, so I figured I would give it a review as the second season comes out to Apple TV Plus on August 6th. Now, I enjoyed the first season of Platonic, but I didn't really love it. I thought it was a funny series, and I enjoyed seeing Rose Byrne and Seth Rogen again, as I was a huge fan of the movie Neighbors, where they played a couple, but to me, there wasn't much at stake in the first season. The whole first season felt like more of a peep into a real friendship, and that was fine and it was realistic, but their friendship was really the only thing on the line in the entire first season, and the show starts off with them not really being friends for the past couple of years and now they're reconnecting, so if they went back to just not being friends again, it didn't really seem like it was all that important in the first season. But for season 2, they do up the stakes quite a bit in multiple ways, which I enjoyed and I felt like the show needed. In season 2, Seth Rogen's character Will is now engaged and Rose Byrne, who plays Sylvia, is helping them plan their wedding. Throughout the first 5 episodes, Will doubts himself several times if he can handle settling down, and he constantly leans on Sylvia to help him through this. This causes a lot of conflict between Will and his fiancée Jenna, and Sylvia begins accidentally driving a wedge in between their relationship several times, though unintentionally. Now, Sylvia doesn't necessarily mean to do this, she is just being a good friend to Will and making sure that he really wants to marry someone and settle down. And this storyline drastically helps out season 2. There's a lot more at stake here, at least with Will and his relationship with his fiancée. Season 1 was focused quite a bit on Sylvia and if she could have a friendship with Will. And while that was still funny, if their friendship didn't work out, it didn't work out. But with season 2 now, Will's entire relationship and his new marriage is on the line as they dive further into their friendship, and because they are not reconnecting and we've had some time with these characters, we actually do care about their friendship, where in season 1, I really didn't care if they stopped being friends. But in season 2, I really do, not only for Will's relationship and for him as a character, but now that Will and Sylvia's friendship is further fleshed out, I really wanted to keep watching new episodes, and I felt more for Sylvia as a character because now I understand how much she truly cares for Will in a platonic manner. Where in season 1, if I stopped watching, I wouldn't have cared that much, even though I did enjoy the show. But now with season 2, I'm counting the days for when episode 6 drops because I got a long wait ahead of me because I got to watch the first 5 episodes early. And with this better conflict in season 2, it does lead to funnier jokes and gags all around. In season 1, I felt like a lot of the comedy was just from the dialogue, which is completely fine, but a lot of it was just banter from Will's character and his friends at the brewery, and these friends do take a step back in season 2, at least in the first 5 episodes, which I think also helps improve the series, giving more screen time to Will and Sylvia and allows them to dive further into Will's relationship woes, which leads to a lot of comedy. There's a lot more funny set pieces in season 2 as Sylvia and Will plan the wedding, and there is a really great episode with a special guest star with Beck Bennett, where a lot of the comedy comes from seeing what it means to party in your 40s. Even though the comedy was still good in season 1, season 2 definitely steps up in my opinion. It is still not laugh out loud funny, oh my god this is so funny, but it is still a good comedy. They also did a tremendous job of beefing up Sylvia's husband's role, Charlie, who is played by Luke Macfarlane. If I'm being honest, I don't remember too much about his character in season 1, I kinda had to look it up before I did this review. All I really remembered was that he truly didn't enjoy Will and Sylvia's friendship, and he danced with a colleague, and he felt like he cheated on Sylvia. But I didn't really understand him as a character. He was more just used for the plot. But in season 2, they really do a good job of rounding him out and fleshing out his character. Season 2 showcases Charlie starting to doubt his entire life in terms of his career, and he even sparks a friendship with Will to vent and help figure out his own life, which leads to a very fun episode that kind of feels like it's just a one-off episode, but it really helps build Will and Charlie's relationship. I really did start caring for Charlie as a character in season 2, and he becomes quite the complex character, at least in the first 5 episodes of season 2. Now, I wish I could talk more about the later episodes more in depth, but since they're not out yet, I don't want to spoil them. I'm not under any embargo, but I feel like that's unfair, so all I'll say is that they do continue to ramp up the stakes for both characters equally, and I'm really excited to see where the rest of the story goes. As I said earlier, I did not love Platonic season 1, but I did like it, and overall with season 2, I feel kind of the same way, that I don't love it, and I'm not going to say it's like my favorite show, but I still did like season 2 more than I liked season 1. Season 2 is much more sharper in nearly every aspect, and it leans on the fact that we now know these characters. Season 1 was a little weak because it was just a peek inside a friendship, and it was initially conceived as an anthology series, so I feel like that's why parts of it kind of fell flat and some of the characters weren't rounded out and the stakes weren't really all that high. But with Season 2, they realized that this is not an anthology series, and this has allowed them to have deeper conflicts with the characters' emotions and their lives. So if you're looking for a fun comedy, I say check it out. It's not a show that you'll rush to go home and watch, but it is a show where you just want to relax for 27 minutes and maybe have a nice chuckle, maybe have a drink, maybe have a joint like Seth Rogen. The first 2 episodes are out on August 6th, and it will be premiering weekly from there, only on Apple TV+. Thank you so much to Apple TV for sending me this early and allowing me to review it. Please subscribe for more Apple TV Plus reviews, and I also do deep dives on the film and TV industry, so check out those as well. Follow me on TikTok too. I did get to go to an Apple TV Plus event where I saw Seth Rogen and Byrne and the creators in person and did a Q&A. My handle is in the description below. Please don't forget to drop a comment if you enjoyed this show, or if you watched this after the premiere, please let me know what you thought of the first couple episodes. If you subscribe, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.